All right, Leetcode number 88, merge sorted array. You're given two arrays. They're called nums1 and nums2. Next to each of that, you're also given integer and its value. M is equal to 3. That means you could, out of this whole entire array of nums1, you can only use the first three elements. And n3, mostly the same thing, except it's more like the size, three integers. And then when you merge them, you're like combining them and then sorting them into one singular array, smallest to largest. Okay. So first step is to make some integers. Int last is equal to m plus n minus 1. M plus minus n minus minus. Okay, so that's just like three integers we need. The last is for num1, which is the main array. This is like the the last valid integer for nums1. And this one, same thing, but for nums2. Okay, so now you have a while loop. So while n is bigger than or equal to 0. You have a if n is bigger than 0 and nums1 with index m is bigger than nums2 with the index n. So this is basically saying that if the last integer of the array nums1 is bigger than the last the last integer of the array nums2, then nums1 last is equal to nums1 m. Okay, so that's basically saying that if nums1 and index m is bigger than nums2 with the index of n, then nums1 last has to equal nums1 m. Since, right, so far we've only gone through this loop one time, right? And then in this one time, the biggest so far that you know of is nums1 m. So then the last integer value of the array nums1 should be the biggest, which currently is nums1 m. So now after that, m minus minus to keep the loop going. Else, nums1 last is equal to nums2 n. So what this is saying is that if this is not true, which basically means that nums2 n is bigger than nums1 m, then the last is equal to nums2 n. So like you're kind of taking the value from nums2 since it's bigger. Then just like we did last time, n minus minus semicolon. Also to keep the loop going. And there's just one last part to finish this off. Last, minus minus. This is like moving last, which is the current biggest number, to save space for the second biggest. That's how it'll form this smallest to biggest. Okay. On it, accepted, and yeah, that's it.